What's going out there, my vigilantes out there and TV watchers all over Starling City? This is MrDarkPhoenix and Spider-Man bringing you guys another episode of TV Time with MrDarkPhoenix and Spider-Man, of course. We are talking now about the newest episode of Arrow, which was Broken Dolls, and let's just get right into it. Let's just talk about how they gave a really interesting twist to a new villain, which is really good. I feel like this could go well, actually. The villains they've introduced and who they could introduce now are actually endless, because with this, they could actually breathe life into older villains of sorts. They didn't really get the time of day, but now they can, because why not revamp them? But we're going to go into that in another video. We'll make another video about that soon, since I kind of got a request for it. But let's moving on. Let's talk about the episode. We have a shocking new ally. Not really shocking, because you already know who she is. If you don't, then you don't, but we know who we're talking about, our leather-clad, mask-wearing little helper. She comes in, help, in a loud fashion, like we're used to. A little bit of a spin on how the loud fashion works, but I'm open to other things. I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm just going to hope that it becomes like the original, but I'm not going to say anything now. I like it. Maybe we should develop it later. This is like early powers or something. You get it later on at the end of the season or something. Doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with the way you're on the show either way. We not only don't call her a copycat vigilante or a secret admirer. She is your very skilled ally, and that's what we're gonna call her from now on. She's your skilled ally who uses a bow staff. Because why not? Hopefully they give that to Huntress later on, though. I kind of like how Huntress uses it, but I don't know, maybe she'll use her bare hands, but we'll see. Like I said, it's the beginning, so can't have everything perfect right off the bat. Tough interrogation tactics get the job done, as we've seen. The normal way doesn't really do it. We got Jack Bauer that's interrogation, and, try and get creative and, beat people or, shoot them, stab the wound a little, put some salt in it, some rubbing alcohol, then we get what we want, and then we get to walk away. How easy is that? How come everybody doesn't interrogate this way? We do things the old-fashioned way, as help from an unlikely labeled ally sparks rules. Because I play by the rules, because I'm in a hood and I run around the city at night with a bow and arrow. Yeah, I'll confide to your rules. No, you play by my rules. It's my way or the highway. Pretty much. Even in Starling City, you still can't have that. Still can't have you play by your rules. Reckless behavior gets your butt kicked. I'm sorry. Roy does his job so perfect. It's like a refreshment to see him do what he was told to do, and see him do it so well, and even see him try and get a little bit of extra credit. And stuff happened, like it always does, and the nerd in me just wants him to be speedy so badly and put on the damn costume. I have to wait till later on, though. Either the middle of the season it'll be more introduced, or at the end of the season it'll be official, but I just wish it was speedy already and start making things into weapons and whatnot. Chases involve powerful enemies and possibly new characters, which is not good at all. I'll talk to you guys about it in the spoiler part of this episode review, but this is the spoiler-free episode review, so you don't have to worry about that yet. Characters make realizations that shed light on earlier grudges, finally, because now you see what kind of person he is, now you see what's going to happen, and you're selfish because you think he only saved you. That it still doesn't want me to stop you from being dead, though. I still want her to die. Still. Somehow. Kill her. Do it. Do me that favor. I still want her to be killed. I don't care. I don't like her. But I'm glad you finally realized the Vigilante is a good guy. And a green arrow of sorts. They called him Arrow, so we're that close to getting the green part kicked in. Villain choices get better and better, as, like I said before, it's a nice twist on a newer villain from the New 52, but the way they've been going so far with Firefly and all the other villains they've picked, who knows what other villains could make the cut. We can get someone like Rainbow Archer, or we can get, like, I don't know, the new Copperhead from Arkham Origins. We can get that. We can get a whole lot of other characters in it. I mean, not like maybe main villains, but villains nonetheless. that you can revamp and make into popular, darker versions for the show. Which basically means your possibilities are endless, and you're basically making a rogue gallery who can come together with the help of maybe Star Labs and maybe combine and make something that Arrow can fight against with a little help, hopefully later on down the line. Our blonde bombshell is kick-ass, just how I know she is. And if you won't lie for her, then you're pretty much not on the team. And unfortunately, if you won't lie for her, then you won't have to say anything. Because, yeah, you say no to Black Canary and watch her beat you down real fast. But this has been the spoiler-free edition of TV Time with MrDarkPhoenix and Spider-Man talking about Arrow. Now we're going to go into the normal, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more next week. But in these 5 seconds, this is going to be the spoiler part. So if you haven't seen the episode, once I go down to 0, you can start now if you want. Just, do all that stuff, comment, rate, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But for now, we're going to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ra's al Ghul. I knew they were behind something when they told the Black Canary that they need her back. That does not mean it's Ra's al Ghul. That means it's Lady Shiva. And if Lady Shiva is going to be on this show, I will not watch it, because she is broken and she will not make the show easier. Even if Ra's al Ghul is mentioned, that means Talia is mentioned. That means that the Lazarus Pit is mentioned, which means another theory I have goes into fruition. I'll mention that in another video, so stay tuned for that. If you have to subscribe, you need a reason. Now you definitely have a reason, because my Arrow theories are pretty out there. Did anybody else notice that crate that was attacking Oliver and them in the flashback? That the crate was named Amazo? I'm gonna cut off there, because that robot, I love him, but he scares me, because we've seen what he's done to the Justice League. And if they're really trying to combine or make all the universes as one, and they've already introduced Amazo now, then just watch what happens when someone else gets their hands on him. Lex Luthor. Excuse me, I have a cough in my Brian Cranston. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for that little bit of information there. I jumped ahead of myself. I'm so sorry. As I go think about this, please still comment, rate, and subscribe, and give me a big thumbs up. Comment your theories down below in the comment section below in the little crotch bar about what you think is going to happen. And I'll catch you guys next week for more Arrow. This is MrDarkPhoenix and Spider-Man here with the TV Time. And thank you guys so much. And always remember to geek out and enjoy your lives.